Welcome back to Black Star Dove. Welcome back to the channel. Um, thank you for the amount of followers I have received so far. I'm truly thankful. As always, it's HBO, which is help a brother out, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Again, trying to have this be another source of income to just have, to feed my son. Today's topic of discussion would be a little bit of a mixed bag, just some random thoughts. When I seen this, I had to talk about it. So, did you see the video of the dude who won 30K and then spent 20K on a chain and got robbed in Detroit? I'm gonna try to insert the video. So, if you've seen the video, you've seen that he was wearing a chain and he got robbed at the gas station. I mean, like, I'm not laughing about nobody getting robbed because that's always a bad thing. But it was just like, first of all, I was like, you won 30,000, but you spent 20,000 on the chain, and then you're still in the hood. And I was like, Jesus, make it make sense. Jesus, please make this make sense. And I just wanted to say that mentality of being hood rich, like, I can't lie, at one point in time, I wanted to be hood rich. Growing up in that type of environment, you only see a certain amount of people who are successful. And it's like super weird because where I come from in Cleveland, you could always tell who the dope boys were at that time. Because they either had like an old school box Chevy and it was always painted real nice. And then when that would be the Chargers. Then when the Chargers came out, everyone started getting the Chargers. So, but they was always real nice. They had on like, all the luxury brands. They had on like the Gucci fit. I even seen someone with the Coogee sweater on. That's the real old school. If you remember the Coogee. Man, that takes it back to Biggie. But it's just like you always see these type of people growing up and you wanting to inspire to be them. And then once you actually see the realm past them and you see where the real money is at, and you see how the money they have is very insignificant compared to what's really out there, and that really opens your mind. But it had me thinking about, what would have happened if I would have, because that man was clearly older enough to know that there's real money in the world. But I guess he just wanted to be hood rich. And again, I can't tell another man what to do with his money. But to win 30,000 and to spend 20,000 on a chain, that is as Uncle Ruckus would say, there's powerful niggertree at work. There's powerful niggertree at work. I don't know if it's gonna sound right over the phone. But that shit was fucking crazy. And then it's just like, he got robbed and he was just like, he was just like okay with it. It's like it came with the territory type shit. And it's like, well, first of all, it happened in Detroit. Anybody who's ever been to Detroit know that's a fucking cesspool. But I mean, like, that shit is fucking crazy. Like, think about it. If you lived in the hood, I'm not saying that you can, you could obviously provide a better way of life depending on how you manage the funds and things of that nature. But to win 30,000 and to spend 60,000, I don't know if that was like after taxes or something like that. I don't know if he just like, cause it said that he won 30,000, so I'm assuming that he didn't even like take out the amount for taxes or anything yet. So, and then he spent 20K of it on a chain. And I looked at the chain wasn't even all that. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna at least rock a chain, I'm gonna have the diamonds glistening and all that stuff. I'm not most definitely not gonna rock it to a gas station. But to each their own. That's some crazy shit. And then recently it's been reported that James Harden gave $100,000 to Sweetie and to offer to take her out on a date. I don't know if that's true or not. I posted it in a few Facebook groups, and then people went crazy for a multitude of reasons. The number one reason being, hey, you can't send $100,000 on Snapchat. Like, I tried it. It's impossible. And then I was like, you do know this is a high profile celebrity. I'm pretty sure it's possible for him if he truly wanted it. They don't live underneath the same rules as we do. But it was just like that simple fact. And then I was like, to put it in context, I said James Harden makes $41 million to play basketball without counting any type of endorsements. Just to dribble the ball, he makes $41,000. I mean, that's not 41, sorry, $41 million. So compare him giving her $100,000 to him having 41 million. That was like a drop in the bucket for him. That was like, hey, this is nothing. Here's a little hundred grand. Come out with me. But it's just like, I posted it because I wanted to see what the man had to say, because like I like starting shit like that. So everyone's calling him a simp and all that stuff, and I was just like, it was just freaking crazy. But I said that to say this, you know, if you keep your standards high and you keep yourself on that level, men will come. You know, Sweetie has always talked about how she requires Birkins and all that shit and a whole bunch of materialistic things. So she gets materialistic things coming her way. And if you think about it, $100,000 to a man that makes 41 million is nothing. He said, here, all I gotta do is give you this little piece of chump change and you're completely happy. Take it. I mean, think about it. In the real world, let's just say, let's just say you can get you a very, very nice young lady, and in order to keep her, you have to buy her McDonald's twice a week. You'd be like, oh, that's nothing. Like, here, I'm just gonna give it to you, because you know, in the grand scheme of things, McDonald's is a whole lot cheaper than all these other dates. So, like, I'm trying to put it in that mind frame for a lot of people, so that way they can understand the same concept of it. Man, but men were not having it. men were not having it. They call them all types of simps, all types of crazy shit. But again, I can't tell another man what to do with his money, especially when he has a whole lot more than me. He can do whatever the hell he wants. If anything, give me some money. But I want to also say that if you live in the Phoenix area, or if you live in Arizona, even like if you ever want to collab, I'm willing to, like, I want to interview more people. Like, I want to interview you. I want to talk to you. I want to see why you're here. I want to see like how the dating scene has been for you and things of that nature. So if you're in Arizona, you have a little time, my information is down below. Hit me up. Let's link. I would love to be able to interview you, to ask you some questions, and